Tyler Campbell says, for people who are just learning about the dangers of CCM, how could you best explain the difference between godly music and CCM with good lyrics? Well, see, that's the big difficulty we have, Tyler, with all that, is that, okay, there are people out there that are taking old hymns. I mean, like, for example, the classic example of that, Tyler, is Casting Crowns. I mean, Casting Crowns, they'll take a song like At Calvary, and I actually did a video on that. And the words are perfect. I mean, it's an old hymn. The words are sound. They're good. There really is nothing doctrinally wrong with the sounds, but they just rock it out and they just jam for the Lamb. And it becomes fleshly. And so the truth is, you can do the right thing the wrong way. And the classic example that Curtis Hudson gave was, okay, let's just say I want to give $10,000 to missions. And do I go work for the money, or do I just go rob a bank and take $10,000 from the bank and give all that money to missions? And I can get people saved by taking money that I robbed from a bank and using it for the gospel and getting people saved. I can do that and get people saved, but, did I do the right thing? And Bob Jones Sr. always says it's never right to do wrong to get a chance to do right. And so is it right to use the wrong music to get a chance to speak the right message? Well, the answer is no. You're still wrong. And that's something that most people, the average pew-sitting person, doesn't have enough discernment to even process that, because they haven't grown in their knowledge of God. For example, if you look at King Saul in the Old Testament, Saul was, the king before David, and he was getting ready to go to battle with the Philistines. And there was an incident there where he was about to go to battle, but before Israel went to battle, they actually would offer a sacrifice. And they had the Ark of the Covenant with them and all that kind of stuff. Well, Saul's kind of losing it. He's kind of getting patient. He's saying, we're about to go to battle with the Philistines, and Samuel hasn't showed up to do the sacrifice. He's kind of panicking. So Saul goes and he offers a sacrifice himself. Now, he did not hold the office of a priest. He held the office of a king, which was a new office that had just been created for him. And so he wasn't a priest. He was actually a king. And so he overstepped his bounds and went into the priesthood. And actually, God was very unhappy. But he tried to do a good thing, which was offer a sacrifice, but he did it the wrong way, which was he didn't let Samuel do it. So there is a way you can do the right thing the wrong way, and even though it is a good thing, you're singing good words, you're doing it the wrong way. And, I always use the example, okay, Christian rock and roll, there is no such thing. It's like saying that there's Christian crack cocaine or Christian dope or, of course, there is no such thing. There is no such thing as all that kind of stuff. So, just something to consider, something to think about there. But good question, Tyler. I appreciate that so very much. Kristen Carter says, I was talking to my dad about your book, which is really great, by the way. Anyway, he doesn't agree because he really likes the rock band Petra. He always says they have a great gospel message. Well, you can preach a gospel message after you've rocked people out and put them into some sort of occultic trance with rock music. It's the same thing. It's the whole concept of trying to accomplish a spiritual work by carnal means. Okay, and really that's the thing. It is religious flesh. Okay, everybody's got flesh. Some people struggle with cigarettes. Some people struggle with rock music. Some people struggle with drinking. Everybody has this. Everybody's flesh is different, but it's all fallen in a sense. Like, for example, some people have a proclivity to be angry all the time. Some people have a proclivity to be depressed. Some people have a proclivity towards, whatever vice. Some of you that are watching this, God saved you out of cigarettes, and you can smell a cigarette, and it just smells good. Okay, some of you hate the smell of cigarettes. Okay, but our flesh has a proclivity to want to be religious, and we like to justify all that stuff. And I think rock and roll is the flesh's. It is religious flesh, and we try to justify that. We try to justify that, try to act like it. It's religious flesh. Well, it's still flesh, and it's not good. So that's just something to think about, Kristen. And I appreciate you reading our book. Thank you so much, very very much for that. And there actually is, if you're wanting to get our book, there actually is a link in the description for Amazon link. You can go buy that yourself if you'd love to. Amazon will send that to you, and I don't have to do nothing. Amen. That's always a blessing. So